Hi, I'm Andrea Neely with the Bossy Diva with news you can use. Before I get to it, let's get a few formalities out of the way. I'm an attorney, but nothing I say here establishes an attorney-client relationship between us, okay? Secondly, this is not a solicitation, but if it were, or if you think it is, there is no representation made that the quality of my legal services is greater than the quality of legal services provided by some other attorney. The third quick thing is this is not legal advice for any specific situation. If you're in a situation and something I say here prompts questions, you are strongly urged to contact an attorney in your area for legal advice pertaining to your specific situation. Okay, now that I've gotten that out of the way, recently my practice has been contacted by a few individuals needing to either draft a last will and testament or update their last will and testament, and I am excited to do the work. Part of that assignment for me is to remind them, and now I am reminding you to take a frequent look at your beneficiary designations. Assets that have a beneficiary designation do not enter into your estate unless there is no one named as the beneficiary. But a lot of times we do have beneficiaries named, so in those instances that asset bypasses probate, which means it is not contemplated in your will, it does not enter into your probate estate. It takes a direct linear flow from, say, the life insurance company directly to the named beneficiary. So what happens is you pass away, a person who believes themselves to be your beneficiary will call, notify the company of your passing, and then the beneficiary, or the claims process ensues from there. So it's very linear. It goes directly from the company holding the asset to the named beneficiary, bypassing probate altogether. A couple of quick examples that we need to look out for. Number one is divorces, particularly parties who've been married for a very long time and who before the divorce had no reason to change their beneficiary. At the time of the divorce, you need to check that beneficiary designation to make sure that's still what you want to do. It is not uncommon for an ex-spouse to be able to claim and collect because someone just forgot to change the beneficiary designation, and this can get pretty sticky in the situation where someone remarries. The ex can still collect if he or she is the named beneficiary, even if one or both parties have subsequently remarried. The second thing is a single childless people. Typically these individuals will have a parent or a sibling named because they don't have a spouse or children. Once you get married and have kids, get married or have kids, you need to check those designations to make sure they're still serving your purpose. You may want to switch it up and add your spouse and or a kid. The next thing, and this is going to be quick, I told you. The last thing is people fall in and out of favor for whatever reason. Check those beneficiary designations early and often to make sure that what you have on the paper is still serving your purpose. Companies, insurance companies and other companies, they don't get into beneficiary designation disputes. What they do is they honor what's on the paper, and so you want to make sure that those forms are accurate, that those people that are named are the people that you still want to be named as the beneficiary. Those companies are not going to get involved in those disputes only and unless a court tells them to, and a court will get involved or not get involved just depending upon the facts of the situation. So court intervention is not automatic and it's not cheap. The cheapest route is to just make sure you have it taken care of. Also, and lastly, I want to let you know that changing these beneficiary designations is not a quick process. So you want to do it again. I know I keep saying it, early and often, because it is not quick. A lot of times the only thing you can do over the phone is to request the change forms themselves. Or you can go online sometimes and download those forms, but you generally cannot change beneficiaries over the phone. And a lot of times you may not be able to fax those forms in. You may not be able to email those forms in. A lot of places want wet signatures and use regular postal mail to send you forms and to receive forms. So it really is a bit of a process. It is not something you want to wait until the last minute to do. My office phone is ringing, I'm sorry. It is not something you want to do at the last minute. It is something you want to do early and often. You need to factor in processing time, and you need to do it before a situation becomes urgent or imminent. Well, I need to go answer that phone and see who that is calling me. It may be a new client. Again, I'm Andrea Neely for the Bossy Diva with news you can use. I hope you can definitely use that. If you have any questions, contact an attorney in your area. Thanks, and I hope to talk to y'all again soon. Bye.